Hello. How are you, Jet?
Doing fine. You look good. Nice tan.
It's been a while since we got our show on. Sorry about that. I was busy suffering in Boracay. So
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, suffering in Boracay. Yeah. Well, I'm stuck in traffic here. Yep.
yeah, doing a little bit of manual labor over there. As you can
Yeah.
see, this is my Philippine right here. So I just need to draw some circles on it
So
and get the time
yeah.
going.
So how was Boracay?
How have you been?
Uh, Pretty well. I was able to sample some Turkish food. The thing that I found, this food truck I found along Sire Mundo. Their baklava is great.
I saw.
Of course, their donor, yeah. And I was treated well by Annapurna, the Indian restaurant in Pioneer. I can't remember the
Cybergate. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So there, but it's nothing compared to what you were doing over the past weeks.
Well, before we get into that, that Turkish restaurant sounds like an awesome place to be. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how's the are they still there, or are they still on
Oh
right
yeah,
now?
yeah. They're pretty much fixed there. Their food truck is firmly planted right now, and it's a alfresco dining, and it's pretty good. I was surprised
Oh,
that they have
nice, nice.
baklava. Yeah, I was surprised they had baklava because it wasn't displayed in any, in not even in in their display. So I just inquired, "Do you have baklava?" I said, "Yes, we do." So yeah, I tried it and it was
So it's kind of like
fantastic.
secret. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta may baklava ba?
Yeah.
And then they said that's the dessert, right? Made out of
Yeah,
is it almond? That they
there's a variation of almond and pistachio. It's normally pistachio. So the pistachio ones is 10 pesos or 20 pesos more expensive. I think the almond ones is 60 pesos. And oh, 10 peso difference. 60 pesos for the almond
oh
ones,
yeah.
and 70 pesos for the pistachio. Yeah, of course I had pistachio. So you
Oh
should
yeah.
try it one time. Yeah, when you're in the area.
Speaking of pistachio, I can't forget the pistachios that Paco
Oh
made for
yeah.
us from Carmen's Best, right? That was
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
So
Yeah. It like messed up my you know my bar for pistachio ice cream. Now whenever I'm tasting pistachio ice cream, I'm like
yeah,
measuring it to the
set
Paco's.
set the
Yeah,
bar higher,
it's
right?
it's it's really high. So no, this is not the pistachio to the ice cream I want. I got spoiled by Paco, by
Of course.
Carmen's best. Yeah.
Yep, yep. Carmen's Best. That is awesome. And speaking of which, there's this gelato that
Mm.
I tried over in Boracay that is at par with Paco's ice cream. Well, I would say probably a little lower than it, but hey,
Mhm.
it's pretty good actually. So yeah, it's over at the Aria. They have some pretty good food there as well. It's that Italian restaurant that's the over in Station Two. They're
Mhm.
still up
Mhm.
and running and still open. So
Mm. I haven't been in Bri for ages.
let me
Mhm.
yeah. So, sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
You were
I
lagging,
just
so my bad for talking
I
over.
haven't been in Bra for ages, so I probably will visit
Oh
real
man, yeah.
soon.
When was the last time you were there?
2010. To,
2010.
yeah, 2010.
Wow. Yeah, that's wild. So I think it's a good time to go over there. So
Mm-hmm.
before I share like some of the food and everything, um, I mean the rates of going there they're pretty good. Hotel
Mm-hmm.
rates and the airfare right
Mm-hmm.
now are at their lowest because they're trying to introduce tourists to come over. And if you're interested in going there, if you need to have a hotel accommodation and a return flight. And then all you have to do is you just need to take an RT-PCR test 72 hours before your flight.
Mm-hmm.
So that would either be a swab test, or you can go to Red Cross to do the saliva test. Um,
Oh.
which is actually it's more difficult than it sounds, actually, because you need to like fill a vial 3/4 of the way with clear saliva. It can't be because normally you'd be like, okay, I'll just suck some saliva from my mouth, but normally when you do that, some blood comes along with it because
Uh-huh.
you're sucking on your gums. So it has to be like the clear natural saliva that comes from it. So there was
Ooh.
a really great tip that the guy taught. He was like, think of your favorite food. And I was like, I have a lot of it. So let me pull up my Instagram. I pull up my Instagram and I'm looking through the food, and then immediately I fill up my like, pretty much. It's like, I have more to give, No, no, that's enough. So yeah. So once you're done with that, it's just 2,000 pesos for the saliva test. They send it to you within 12 hours. So you can take it 48 hours prior to your flight. So there's some flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
And then so once you've taken that, then you submit that one and you fill out, you go to the SPass site, spass.ph, and then it'll refer you to the tourism Boracay site. So you send them everything. You
Mm-hmm.
send them your RT-PCR, an ID, confirmation of your hotel and flight, and everything. Then they'll return with a QR code for you, the Aklan government QR code. So just keep that on your phone. And then when you travel out, to like you go to the airport, they'll look for your QR on your RT-PCR, and then they'll look at that tourism thing. So it's pretty seamless. Like it's all centralized into those two QR codes. When you arrive in Boracay Airport, you're only allowed to arrive in Caticlan. All tourists
Mm-hmm.
there are only allowed in Caticlan. So it's like you're arriving at an international airport. There's like customs with like the glass and everything,
Yeah.
because
Uh-huh.
they want to keep social distance. People fall in line, and then you just present your QR and then your ID or your passport or whatever, and then they scan it, and then okay, you're good. So they put you through. So
Nice.
at least it's an extra sense of security,
Mm-hmm.
because people, the tourists on the island have been, they're negative for test results, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not automatically guaranteed, but they still practice social distancing and wearing masks on the beach. Although it's very tempting to take it off on the beach, but I mean, they will tell you if you keep your mask on. So it's convenient if you have like a bag where you can leave it in your bag pouch and go in the water, and then when you get back on, you just wear it again on you. So yeah, so that's a situation there. It's a little inconvenience, but at least it keeps the island safe relatively.
Yeah, that's the most important thing is everybody's safe. So the businesses could still be thriving in spite of the pandemic that we're experiencing. But hopefully everything gets better and opens up.
Yeah, hopefully with the vaccines and everything. Did you
Mm-hmm.
get yours already for
I'm
B5?
not yet. I already submitted my registration, and I'm going to get like a message on the date where I will be vaccinated.
Yeah, well, Pasig's pretty good with it, so
Mm-hmm.
it should be pretty close. Like, saw a couple of colleagues as well from Saitel
Mm-hmm.
getting theirs already, and from Pasig, so it's just a matter of time, I guess. So
Yeah, when I had my swab test in Pasig, I was scheduled at 10 a.m. I was out of Pasig City Hall at 10:08. It's that efficient.
yeah,
Mhm. So
cool.
cool. Hmm.
Anyway, I just wanted to share a couple of food escapades over in Boracay, and then I just have a couple of pictures that I've organized here for best of out of
Hmm.
Boracay. Let me just minimize our StreamYard here. So let me just pull up my Finder photos there, so you can see my iCloud photos there as well. Boracay pics, but first of all, I stayed at two places in Boracay, Crimson and Discovery. So let's start with the most important meal of the day. The best breakfast buffet that I've had is at Crimson. So here's a picture of a sample of it.
Oh.
So
Look at that egg.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, perfectly done, right? And then they've got some
Mm-hmm.
roasted tomatoes here, then chicken sausage, and then longanisa, and then bacon, of course, and then of course coffee, the most important part of the most important meal, right?
So, what was the beans that they were using for their coffee?
Oh, they were using locally sourced beans
Mm-hmm.
that and they use their coffee using an espresso method. So
Ah,
I think
nice.
they're yeah. So always nice. Good question because it's always worth asking what it is, what beans they use. So and it's nice that it's locally made as well. So yeah, and this is inclusive with the room charges. And there's a really nice view that they have once pretty much for breakfast. I think I posted that over a couple of times on Facebook where
Mm-hmm.
I was over. It's overlooking the sea. I have a picture here, pretty much of it. Yeah, so here's a picture of it. You can
Oh,
see.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice
over
view. Mm-hmm.
nice view makes it the food so much better, right? So
Yep, yep.
and then
So, the
yeah,
scale,
go ahead.
yeah, on the scale of 1 to 10, how are you going to rate your breakfast at Crimson Hotel?
Oh, as far as hotel breakfast buffets are concerned, I
Yeah.
would rate it. Actually, they wowed me. I would rate it a 10, pretty much, because the food was
Nice.
always
Mm-hmm.
and it was like they had great service, great view and ambiance. I love the Discovery. I actually, I would recommend both hotels, but I love the Discovery. But their breakfast buffet is also pretty good. But
Mm-hmm.
the one at the Crimson was just so much better as far as that's concerned. So
Great, great.
yeah, then I just wanted to also talk a little bit about what some of the then we moved to White Beach to the Discovery. And then one of the nice local finds that we had there as well for as a hack is considered, because sometimes you go to White Beach and then you order at restaurants, it can get
Mm-hmm.
a little more expensive. There are a lot of people who are trying to offer, they sell seafood by the shore, right? So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and we're like, so I asked them, can you I wanted to help out the local um economy. And so I asked them, can you guys find me fresh food and then cook it? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. There's this little canteen beside the Discovery where they just charge you like a small cooking charge.
Oh,
But
yeah. Uh-huh.
the guy who I got, he was able to find really fresh seafood for us. And pretty much, we spent about for a really big feast that's like good for 5 people, although there were only three of us eating it. We spent only about 2,000 all together for really fresh food. So let me share a picture here of that.
Mm-hmm.
So there, this is
Yeah, I
really
remember.
fresh food. There's like, of course, can't do wrong without pork.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well,
No, go ahead, Jet.
2010,
You
yeah, in 2010 we were staying also in Discovery Shores. In fact, there's a series of New Year's that we were staying in Discovery Shores. And yep, I remember
Oh, yeah.
there's this little canteen right beside the Discovery Shores that sells this. So I think they're still around after all these years.
They're still around. Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
right. Aling Glorias, the
Oh
name of the
yeah, there.
canteen.
Uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
yeah, yeah, they're still around. They can cook this for you. And like what we had here, and I'll also share one other thing that they cook regularly. This was like an exception that they made. So yeah, they cooked us some squid. Look at that.
Oh,
Look how
look at that.
fresh that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they made, of course, our favorite sinugbang liempo, or inihaw na baboy, as they call it here. And this is marinated in calamansi, salt, some
Mm-hmm.
pepper, and just served with some hot rice that would just make it really good. Then I asked for a fresh fish, the freshest fish they could find. So that my guy Joven found me. Oh, he has the same name as you do, by the way. really good guy. Joe found us some snapper. This one
Mm.
here, some really fresh snapper. It wasn't the kindest fish though, because they were kind of snappy. But
I,
I'm sure Paul backstage is like shaking his head. He's like, "Why do I even?"
I thought that they were quick and in a snap they're already there.
That's also a good point. Maybe that's why I got snapper. Like, I want a snapper. Okay, here you go.
There you go. As you wish.
Oh, like, but yeah, great memory remembering Aling Glorias, because one
Mhm.
other thing that they also cook over there is actually a favorite of Boracay, and this is the famous Chori burger right here. So
Mhm.
yeah, so this is actually chorizo or longanisa that they put into a nice soft bun, and then they put like sweet and spicy sauce on it and turn it into a burger. So um the cool thing there, and what I love about Discovery, is like, I was like, hey, is it okay if we just order some food there, because we really want chori burger? And they were like, oh yeah, we don't have that on our menu. Go ahead and order it. And we were like, we'll order your happy hour drink. So we had a mojito.
Yeah, I
So we
could see
were like,
there. Uh-huh.
yeah, you're in Discovery, like you're like social, and then you're eating street food, right? Which is the way to go. So yeah,
That-
we got some
nice, nice.
salad here, hot dog, and chori burger. So
Jory
what are you
Burger.
waiting for, Jet? You gotta go there. You gotta go back
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, I'll plan it in the next probably couple or probably next year. Yeah, I'll try to go there next year.
Oh, next.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Because after they did the cleanup of the beach, it's like really nice and pristine.
Mhm.
It really benefited from after the cleanup, and then they had less people come because of the pandemic. So here's I took because they don't allow drones in Boracay, so I chartered a plane with 80 other people. It's called on my way back to Manila to take a view of Boracay. So it's all about packaging, right? Yeah, I chartered a plane, and then 80 other people shared it with me. It's a commercial flight. So here's,
Eh,
here's that
it-
picture of how beautiful
Wow, that's
it's
nice. That's
absolutely nice. Yeah, this
beautiful.
is one
Mhm.
beach right here, right there. So and yeah,
Nice.
how clean it is from the top, and then yeah, pretty much that's the flyby that as we were leaving Boracay over there. This is the beach at the back where the activities happen, right? Like the
Mhm, mhm.
as well. So yeah, essentially
It,
that's how
and
Boracay looks now.
yeah, and the great thing is when you're there, the weather just cleared up. That's great.
I
That's like
know, we were just
that's
so
like
fortunate. We're so
yeah,
lucky.
that's impeccable timing for you there.
I know, because this isn't the right season to be there, right? Like we
Uh-huh.
usually have typhoons coming in and everything. So we were very blessed actually with the good weather. Actually, the day we landed, July 2, it was raining, and we are like,
Mhm.
okay, this is gonna be a rainy vacation. And then Saturday and Sunday it was a little rainy, some sun was coming in through, and then Monday onward it was just clear already. It was like summer weather, pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, nice. And then I guess on the topic of the discovery, we just had a amazing dinner there. So again, for fine dining in Boracay, I would recommend eating at their Indigo restaurant. So
Mm-hmm.
they took good care of us over there, like how they took care of you and your team at Annapurna as well. Impeccable service from everyone over there. Like even all of the servers and the butlers. I remember the name: Milo, Roel, Janelle, Jenilyn, and then Amanda, our chief joy officer. She was just amazing over there. Um, and this is the we had a sunset dinner, and then it was capped off with this nice ribeye steak,
Oh,
cooked to
nice.
right there. So yeah,
That
so
looks so nice. Mm.
yeah, yeah, definitely. It was like and they served it over like a 5 course meal,
Mm-hmm.
which share here. It was essentially there was a bread service, and they had this nice soup,
Mm-hmm.
tomato based soup, and then they had this salad with ricotta cheese. But it was actually the other way around. It was more of instead of a salad with ricotta cheese, it was ricotta cheese with a salad because it like filled us up with it. There was like, if you look here, here's the picture. No, that's a steak. Sorry. Um, this is the see. Look at that. This is the salad, and
Oh,
there's like so much ricotta cheese.
right.
That Zanya and I. There you go. There's so much
Nice.
ricotta cheese on it. So
I like cheese. I like ricotta. I like a lot of cheese. Yeah, That- especially breakfast.
what's your favorite then?
Honestly, it's feta cheese.
Feta cheese with good with Greek salad, right?
Yeah, Greek
It's
salad. Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
I like it in breakfast. It's with some olives.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a little bit of a cheese was so if the cheese becomes a little too pungent, I tap out.
Uh
It's like, so I kind of like I like the more less smellier cheese. So that includes like so of course cheddar,
huh.
Gouda,
Uh huh.
and brie are among my favorites pretty much. So
I what what I'm having difficulty in the picking is blue cheese. Yeah, I tap out in there.
Ooh. Yeah, same
Hmm.
here. It's like yeah, it's even the sauce,
Yep.
the blue cheese sauce here, like oh no
No.
thanks. So well, just going on to that, I just wanted to also share like part of the local meal that I did earlier that I overlooked as well is the scallops. Oh man,
Oh,
always
nice.
go for baked
Mm-hmm.
scallops and cheese. So this is just a great combination, you know. So for anything, also if you like alcoholic drinks, you can drink beer with it. If you want mango shake, you can do so as well. And I also kind of thought of you with non-alcoholic drinks. We went to this place there. You know that Boracay is famous for Jonah shakes, but there's this other place called
Mm-hmm.
Joni's that also has pretty good shakes as well and great service. They're over right by the beach, so I would also recommend it. Their crew took great care of us. So this is it. This is called the Chunky Monkey Smoothie. So it's
Oh,
got like banana, peanut butter, chocolate syrup in it, and it's like super hefty.
so nice. I love peanut
Like
butter.
you could go
Yeah.
bite right there. Yeah, it's instant energy, right? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, uh, so uh, if anybody in our audience members are planning to go to Boracay, what is your food guide? Do they go have breakfast in Crimson and then they try uh, the local? Or which how are you going if you're going to have an itinerary of food for those for our audience members? What would you suggest?
well, if you want, if you're at Crimson, you usually go there and then you're just there in the hotel because they're kind
Mm-hmm.
of off the path. They're in different area called Station Zero. So
Mm-hmm.
you can. I would recommend like kind of what I did. We stayed at the Crimson to start with, and then we moved to White Beach for the rest of it because it's like if you try to do both, you'll spend a lot of time going back and forth. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you want breakfast itinerary, do it at the Crimson, stay there, get yourself pampered for a while. Then when you move to White Beach, whether it's Discovery or any of the other resorts there that are open, like Henan, or even like some of the other ones along there, like Sur or Seawind, are open also in White Beach, or even down the road, like depending on your budget, if you can also stay down on Station 3 at like La Carmela or the District. If you're going to have a breakfast there, I would recommend also trying the breakfast over at Epic. I didn't take any pictures of it because I just heard about how great their breakfast is. Epic has some pretty good breakfast, or you can also go to Cafe del Sol, also
Mm-hmm.
located at the of the mall. They have great coffee and also all local beans as well. And then so have breakfast there. Then I would have lunch. If you can't arrange lunch with a local, I would go to the Bom Bom bar. So that's where I had the kinilaw actually that I showed
Oh,
earlier.
oh yeah, yeah. That
So
looks
we have
that.
fresh catch, freshly caught. Yeah, which one? Here in Manila, we call it kilawin.
Yeah,
It's
here
kinilaw in the Visayas. In the Visayas, they call it kinilaw.
here it's
So
Kilawin. Yeah.
yeah, here it's kilawin. So here's just some of the fresh fish that they have. There's like lapu-lapu, parrotfish. The blue one is a parrotfish, and this is like a what they call a Napoleon. This orange one also, which is also kind of like a species of parrotfish as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they're very the parrotfish is very they're lush over here in the oceans around us. So you don't really see this any other hemisphere, but usually here, it's a fish that's very tasty. Although you have to prepare it in a way because they have a lot of they secrete a lot of mucus, so you have to boil them a little bit first, to just to clean it, and then they make the freshest kinilaw out of it or kilawin out of it.
Yeah.
So I would eat there for lunch, and then if after eating there, of course, you want some dessert. So I would go to the Hotel Feliz, which is
Mm-hmm.
this beautiful hotel over in the mall. It looks like you're in Intramuros when you see it. And then I would order their churros right there. So
Oh, that
this is
looks good.
churros in the camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man, and that is, especially for your Spanish heritage, Jet. It's like it would appeal to you. Like you'd feel like you own the place, like because you'd fit right in. But this churros is very light and airy inside, very fluffy. It's not like the churros that we get here from Dulcinea or
Mm-hmm.
from Chalola, which is kind of like it's like a thick cake inside. This is more fluffier. So when you bite into it, it's almost like a donut inside. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like those donuts they used to sell at Baker's Kingdom or Rustan's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The deep
Mm-hmm.
fried donuts. Oh man, I love those. So that was the closest thing that we had to it as well. So I would have dessert there, and then I would end up with like some fine dining. I would go to either fine dining at Aria, which is a really good Italian restaurant there. They also have some really good gelato over there. Or I could go to one of the hotels for, depending if you're taking your special someone with you. I would either go to the Indigo at Discovery, or I would also go to Ambassador for a little bit. They also have some pretty good cocktails as well. So we were at Ambassador, and this is where the best or most unique cocktail I've had in Boracay was here. It's called the Ambajito. See right there inside a pineapple. It's actually a mojito with more pineapple in it, and they serve it in this cool pineapple container as well.
Oh, Javo, you might want to look at this and probably come up with your own version.
Yeah, we'll call it the J Vojito.
Javoito.
Yeah, she's probably laughing right now in the background over that.
Javo, Javo mentioned something about the parrotfish a while ago that when she was in Palau, nobody eats the parrotfish because they consider it as a pet. Well, we eat it here. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry, my Palau
really?
friends.
Oh, yeah. So sorry, yeah, sorry, Palau Juaneños. Sorry, we're eating your. Pet. Yeah, I would feel bad if somebody eat dogs or something. So yeah, yeah. Sorry, but it's yummy.
It is.
uh, it's um. So yeah, essentially, that's pretty much it. What did I miss out on? Oh yeah, also at
Oh,
Crimson they have a really
Encanto.
great bar there,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a craft beer that they serve, the Encanto.
Mm-hmm.
Over there. So very timely for Trece.
Yeah, very timely for Trece.
That's right, because you need to uphold the kasunduan by drinking Encanto, right? So Have you talked about Tressa in Geekish Can yet?
No, not yet. But we did
Oh
touch on
man,
it. I think that's a nice crossover, bringing Encanto over there, also, the drink, and and discuss it, discuss Trece while we're having Encanto.
yeah. So also to all the viewers here, watch our sister show hosted by Jet. And it also has Epi, and who else is on there with you, Jet?
Kirks.
Yeah, it's on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. It's called Geekish Con. It has anything and everything about pop culture, geekiness, cool stuff, Star Wars, and more Star Wars in it. Oh man, and yeah, so essentially, that's I just wanted to really share, just a couple of things over there. I feel like one of those, those titas who share their vacation on the
Mm-hmm.
slideshow. How we I don't know, like some of our viewers are not familiar with this, but back in the day, you used to have these little slides, and you put
Yeah,
it in the
that's
projector, and then you have the click, and then you'd be like super mayaman if you can afford that, right? Like so,
yeah. And,
it's just like
you'll
how
be
times have
gathered.
changed.
Yeah, you'll be gathered all in that room, and
Yeah,
and it gets serious when they switch off the lights.
yeah. So just like and it's time for to fall asleep. We're kids like this is so boring. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, yeah, like your titas have like
Anyway, I just wanted.
they have like 100 photos of almost the same shot.
Yep, yep, exactly. It's like, okay, how many shots of the pyramid can you get? Right? Like, this is me with the pyramid. This is me with the doctor angle of the pyramid. This is my side view with the pyramid. Like, like almost like almost like Martha sisters, right? With the
Yeah.
Simpsons, like,
Uh,
there's word riding a camel. Too funny. I wanted to end the sharing with this picture that I took, no filters, and this is just the best among the 14 days I stayed there. This is the
mm-hmm.
best sunset picture I took of Boracay. So they are famous for the sunset. White Beach faces kind of like it is a little southwest of the sunset. So yeah, you just look a little bit to your right, and then you can see that marvelous sunset. And then these things, for those who have not been to Boracay, those guys, these things are called paraos. They are like these bangka sailboats or like catamarans, and you
Mm-hmm.
can rent them, and you can like go out to the sunset to watch the sunset. So for me, I get kind of nervous with the sea and taking pictures with my phone. So I prefer to be on land. Like if I'm out at sea, I don't carry anything on me. It's because just thinking about falling in the water. Like how do I
Yeah.
dive in and get pulled back?
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it becomes like if it's just like 1,500 boat ride, and you drop your phone, all of a sudden it becomes 100,000 boat ride.
oh man, that is gonna be the most expensive boat ride ever. So yeah,
That's a
pretty
that's a
much that.
nice photo. That's a nice sunset photo. I love that.
I
I
know,
love that shot. Yeah, and
I know, and
mhm.
given how you love taking pictures, right? So
Mhm.
that would be something definitely that means a lot for you to say that, given that you take these nice artistic photos as well. So
The great thing about the sunsets in Boracay, it just mesmerizes you, and it just you just have to capture it. And when it happens, you have to capture it. You have to, and you did a fantastic job in capturing it. That makes me want to go there and
uh,
spend a week.
yep, which is it's about time that you head back after a decade. So I think
Yeah,
I would
after a
highly
decade.
recommend it.
Mhm.
Uh, if I highly recommend it to you, to all others also viewing, I would highly recommend going to Boracay and like helping the local tourism get back up. One of the things that I did when I was there is like I have a rule that a no haggling rule. So usually they tell me something like, "Oh, this is how much it'll be." it'll cost. I'm like, okay, I'll do it, no problem. Because they really try their hardest, over
Mm-hmm.
there, and I really admire the people. Like every person who I had at the restaurant, I had an interaction with, they always have this fantastic service. Some of the restaurants are very undermanned because
Mm-hmm.
they have to cut on costs, but they're doing different things and doing it with a smile, and they're always, I'm like, some of them are saying, we haven't had the day off yet, but it's okay, as long as we have work, we're happy here, and then even the guys on the beach, they sell face mask holders, and there's this girl who sells turon and walks the beach back and forth all day, and it's like very admirable because they want decent, dignified ways to make money,
Mm-hmm.
and with the tourists coming back, it really helps them go a long way. So I would really highly recommend making a trip back to Boracay. So
Yeah, and I totally agree with you that the no haggle price. These small business entrepreneurs that apply the beach of Boracay, they have very minimal revenue from what they're selling. So try not to haggle because it could by not haggling you could change their day. I mean, to help them out. It's our local. Well, that's our kabayan. So let's help our local economy, and that's going to go a long way.
yeah, for sure. And after talking all about my trip this time, Jet, I will defer to you to say what should we eat next week.
Oh, with the plethora of uh, food that you've displayed for the past weeks, geez, I can let me think. Give me just few seconds here. Well, we've done Mexican, we've done Spanish, we've done probably
Spanish,
we what yeah we
burgers,
have what we haven't done really is pastries or desserts. I mean, we've done ice cream, but we've never really done pastries.
recent burgers.
So I mean, there's a lot of with the pandemic. There's a lot of people who ventured into baking,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
so I probably we could go with like pies and cakes or something that's going to be interesting. I don't know if
Okay,
you've
and
heard.
then we can.
Yeah, yeah. So we can probably help our since you mentioned a local business helping them out. Probably we could order from some of the people who started their little business in during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
yeah, that's a great idea. We should do that and sample that. There's those the ones that deliver, and then they
Mm-hmm.
just advertise on Instagram or Facebook. Yeah,
Yep.
let's give it a shot. There's this one actually here in Paragon, in the building here, that they make their own. It's they're two sisters, and it's called Two Sisters. So that's one that I'm thinking of. There's a couple also that comes to mind, and probably also from your recommendation. Then we can sort of like review their pastries as well.
Yeah, I've encountered table 86. It's 86 stands for a batch, I think, in Green Hills, LaSalle Green Hills, and the daughter started baking during the pandemic, and I've tried her
Oh,
cookies and her banana bread, and it was fantastic. So I'll probably order some and let you taste it, and probably we can also
okay.
recommend that. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan, man. It was yeah, it was always good seeing you again, Jet. If I head to the Turkish place and you're up for it, maybe we can meet up and have some donor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just hit me up, message me, and if I'm in the around the place, yeah, I'll meet you there. And let's try to bring Paul too.
Sounds good. Yeah, let's bring Paul along as well if he's up for it. So
Mhm. All
I
right.
can bring him here since he's close by, I'll bring him over and then we can just hang out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be
Like
a great idea.
non-virtual. When was the last time you saw Paul non-virtually?
Oh, I can't even remember. Jeez,
I
I've
know, right?
forgotten.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
exactly.
forgotten how tall he is. Oh, here
There he
he
I'm not
is.
is.
that. I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall.
You're tall Paul right there. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good show, guys. Good show.
yeah.
So, Mitch, it sounds like you really enjoyed Barakai, right? Or did you hate it and you've just put on a load of crap?
Yeah, I was suffering the whole time, man. I was
I
I
know.
was under the sun. I was like flooded in water. I wasn't wearing shoes on the beach. Yeah, truly suffering. So
Dude. Well, that's remote working at its finest. But obviously, it looks like you had a great time, mate. And it's great that Baraka's opening it up. And more importantly, they were able to showcase some of the local businesses, right? So, great. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not going to be on the show next week. I have a very important event to attend to, kind of starting on Friday, Saturday. So yeah, I'm not going to be around, but J Vol will be helping to host, and maybe
praying for a
hopefully
successful event.
it needs to be a successful event. Otherwise, heads will roll. So yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, I can't remember the last time we saw each other in real person. Right, I can't remember.
The
Years ago.
the last time I saw you, you were crossing the street from Sparta. I was in the
Yeah,
car. I was honking at you, and that's it.
yeah. That's right. And then the last time we kind of
There's
saw each other properly was in Eastwood when you gave me that T-shirt, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I haven't seen that since forever, man. We were close to seeing each other, and then it didn't happen. So last
Mm.
time I saw Jet was when I was still at Saitel. It was like
Oh
I
yeah.
think
20,
last time.
2008 or something like that. So
Yeah. Well,
Last,
no, or
last,
2011, I think. 2010, 2011. Something. Oh, yeah, something like that.
yeah, something like
last,
that.
time,
Mm.
last time you saw Jet, Arsenal was still winning games. That's how long ago it was. ah,
You had to
I'm,
go there, huh?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist it. But on quickly on the football thing, I've seen a very nice post today. Spurs have come out in support of Saku regarding all the support, all the online abuse that the
Hmm.
three of them have suffered. Right, so kudos to Spurs for doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah, well
it's
done.
a very classy act. And it's very brave for Saka to volunteer himself to take the penalty because the elderly players, the more tenured players, shied away and he came up to the plate.
Well, I think we've got to be careful because there's mixed stories coming out of the camp. What I will say is that there's a clip that's just serviced today that shows Gareth Southgate going to speak to Sancho, Rashford, and Saka, asking whether or not they want to take the kick, and they've all said with confidence, "Yeah, we'll do it." So there was no doubt in their mind, and the abuse they've suffered, mate, is
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
it's just not human. It's not human. They missed a
Yeah,
penalty.
yeah,
They missed a
and
penalty. That's it, right?
that's
That's
it.
it.
And plus,
Anyway,
he's just 19 years old. He's just gonna get better.
dude, when I was 19, I was doing things that I should not talk about ever again, right? I was not standing up in front of thousands and millions of people taking a penalty that could potentially bring Wales to the European Championship, right? I was out in Broadway Boulevard drinking, well, just crap, right? So, yeah, there you go. That was it. Sorry, guys. We're going off on football tangents. Mitch, why don't you take us out, mate, in terms of kind of the Boracay trip and, your last words, mate. Go for it.
Well, again, if you have the chance to take us some time off, the requirements are pretty easy to do, and the airfare and the hotel room accommodations are at their lowest. So they're really promoting local tourism. So head over there, and help support the local tourists as well, if you could. So if not, you follow the same principle and support also local businesses here in Manila, like what Jet suggested. What we're doing next week, we're going to be ordering some local baked goodies from the local e-commerce mom and pop stores, small establishments that are going to be out there, because as you support other people, it'll be paid forward, and they'll support you as well. So that's all I can say. The follow the pay it forward sort of feature all throughout. So.
Excellent. Cool. Guys, another wonderful show. I'm looking forward to going back to the normal kind of format next week. This has been great, but I'm looking forward to, tasting food and getting fat. What do you mean getting fat, Paul? You're already fat. But yeah, getting fatter. There you go. That's probably the correct thing. But guys, thank you so much. Mitch, really appreciate your update. Great to see you go out there, enjoy it, and everything's cleaning. And everything's safe and sound. So well done, mate. All right, everyone. Take care. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Right? Jet, pastries next week. Right?
Pastries next week. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Paul. Bye, Joanne.